I was in the hospital, and like right after I had him, they had I guess they gave me something before they took out my epidural, like the catheter thing that goes in your spine. After they took that out, they put something in it to make it, I guess, like another shot of medicine so I wouldn't feel anything while they were stitching me up and all that stuff down there. So they gave me some medicine, so I was still kind of loopy and out of it. And yeah, he always goes to that. But anyway,
she was really mean before the shot. I'll let you guys know.
I've explained that in my last video.
I know. Very mean. So, the epidural, get it.
Yeah.
If you're thinking like, should I get it or should I not get it? Get the epidural.
Get it. It's totally worth it. You'll thank us later.
You husbands out there or boyfriends, highly recommended.
Okay, so after all that, I slept a little bit better. I breastfed Drifter because I planned on breastfeeding. So he latched immediately, and we were very thankful and grateful for that. So he fed pretty good. I had no idea what I was doing, but when they come in there, they just grab you and start flicking on your nipple and everything, trying to get the baby to latch on and get it prepared for it, I guess. But it's very awkward. You have no all your modesty goes out the window. You just, after a while, you get tired. You can't be like, oh, try to cover myself up. You're just wide open. Might as well not even wear a gown because everybody sees everything anyway. So every time you try to cover up, they pull you back down so you can feed, or they got to check you up there, make sure everything's okay down on that end. It's crazy. It's a mess. But he latched on really good, and so he ate, and I still had no idea what I was doing, so I had to make sure that it was a very emotional day, and you'll see when it happens. And you won't want to go to sleep because you'll be too excited, but eventually you'll just crash because, yeah. And they gave me Percocet for the pain from the stitches and the tearing and all that stuff down there and the hematoma that I had. They give you Percocet if you're breastfeeding because that's safe to take. That's safe to take. Which I'd rather not take a pain pill, but I mean, I'm in pain. When you do all that, you're going to want something. But they make you loopy, and
yeah.
And he was like, do you really need another one? Because they would come in and they tell you all these things, like your baby will do this. They educate you on breastfeeding and giving your baby a bath. And I'm just sitting there going,
It was bad.
I don't remember half the stuff.
We're anti-drugs in this house.
Yes, no drugs.
No drugs.
Ever.
Surgeries, nothing. Wisdom teeth cut out, nothing.
But
Just to see her on Percocets, it was wild.
It was bad. I have taken painkillers before for a previous surgery I had, but I used them like I was told, like the bottle recommended, what my doctor told me, and I never got a refill because why would you need a refill? They give you enough. They know they get the amount they give you. You take it, and then you move on. Hopefully you're better by then, which you should be because that's why they tell you only take this amount. They only prescribe you a certain amount. But anyway, this ain't about drugs. There they teach you how to bathe your baby and take care of it because if you're a new mom or new parents like we are, we have no idea. Has a little experience with babies and I hadn't, so he had to teach me a couple things because like how to change a diaper because I changed one before this. But yeah, so he had to teach me some stuff. Drifter actually had his first poop, and that was something that you guys want to look forward to and make sure your baby poops before you leave. And if I know how to insert a picture.
It looks like tar. It is.
You can Google it, I'm sure, but when you see it yourself.
A baby's first poop, wild.
Yeah, I took a picture of it, but I know that's probably not wise to do, or it might be frowned upon, but I did because I was like, That's what it looks like.
We took full on a poop picture because it was
while it was coming out. That's
Yeah.
a little gross, and some people find that weird, but we were
it's
amazed. It's our baby.
It's our baby's first. We
Right.
had to.
It's so late years on, we'd be like, oh, this was your first poop. The feeding thing is what got me so confused, because you have to know what times to feed your baby, and if he's rooting around, and I didn't know what that word meant, so I had to look that up and I had to ask them and everything, but they'll root around, and then they'll even like, say John will hold him and he'd be like searching, like babies know and they can smell where your milk is and they want you. So, but that's a good thing. It's a good thing. And sometimes it's like you're tired because you just had a baby and your body went through a traumatic experience and you just want to relax, and you can't anymore because it's not about you anymore. It's about all of you. That's why I tried to get John, like, hey, we got to do stuff before he's born because it will never be us ever again. It won't be just the two of us. It's going to be the three of us forever. You have to say that, is he okay?
Yeah.
Drifter's in the swing over here asleep. But I do have to say a big thank you to my sister-in-law, Kim. She helped me a lot because she has gone through this twice, and she has 2 boys, and she was very helpful. She still is. If I have any questions, I just call her because I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do. So, and she's very, very informative and very helpful, and we love her. Well, we stayed there for a total of 4 days. I went in Thursday, was induced Friday morning, didn't have him until 7 that night, and then we stayed Saturday, and then Sunday night we left.
I would say new dads, let mom get some sleep. Nurse is there at the hospital, super cool, right?
Oh, absolutely. I love
Like,
St. Mary's. Great.
Yeah, I was able to take Drifter, and I took him for like a half a day to another room. They gave me an empty room. I went with Drifter, watched TV, kicked back, we hung out. The nurses come in, checked with me if I need anything to let her sleep, because she'd been through a whole bunch. When you watch the birthing process, your mind's blown. It's the coolest thing, but it looks so exhausting for her.
Yeah, you're hyped up on meds and stuff, but like after all that wears off, you're just like, man, your body goes through a huge ordeal, and you gotta recuperate afterwards. Recuperate? Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You have to recuperate afterwards because it's like you ran a marathon times 10. Your body goes through so much pain, but thank goodness for the medicine. I just can't say that enough because I would not be able to do that unless I had medicine.
And like I said, like, give moms a chance to sleep because they don't. I work a job Monday through Friday, 60 hours a week. I go to work at, I wake up for work at 1:30 in the morning. I come home. By the time I get home, what time is it? About 4:30, 5 o'clock?
Yeah.
So I'm gone.
Or later.
Yeah, or later. 14 hours a day I work, Monday through Friday. She will be awake, either feeding him or taking care of him all day long. I mean, mad props to moms. But in the hospital, it was just, that's, let her sleep. The nurses are there. Mm-hmm. They'll tell you, too, like, hey, you guys, let us babysit. You guys get some sleep. I felt like we were kind of sketchy about it, right?
Yeah, because it's like you're so excited because you have this new baby and you want to play with him and look at him because, like, you've been carrying him for 9 months. And
my pitfall was I didn't want them to think we were bad parents.
Right. But don't think that because they know you're freaked out. They want to help. Let them
scary.
help you.
I was scared.
I was scared too.
I was very scared.
I had no idea. Like, I wanted him in there with me. Like, yes, I needed sleep and I was so tired. But at the same time, I wanted to be awake, so I watched the baby sleep and make sure he was breathing properly because you're scared. I still do it to this day. I mean, he's 5 months now, but I'll put my hand on him. If I wake up in the middle of the night and he's still asleep, I'll make sure he's still okay and he's still breathing because it scares you when you've never had a baby before. But yeah, the nursing staff, if they want to babysit, it's hard because you're like, I don't want them to think that we're neglecting our baby.
Don't feel apprehensive about it. Let them do it. We didn't do it, but
we wish we would. I will say this real quick, just because I just now thought of it. The whole time during birth, they don't give you anything to drink. All I wanted was a Pepsi. A fountain Pepsi. Do you remember that?
Yep. Because I kept bitching about a cheeseburger and you were bitching about a Pepsi.
Right. Because I don't even like Pepsi. I was craving an ice cold fountain Pepsi. It had to be fountain. My big 32 ounce from Speedway in the styrofoam cup. Before you go home. I read it all while I was at home. So we left. Everything was great. They gave me prescription because when you're hurting down there, it hurts so bad. I can't even explain it now. Was my hair in your way? Mm-hmm. I can't even explain it now how bad it hurt because obviously it's done and gone. And they say, oh, you'll forget how everything feels. And now I haven't told you this, but like I feel like they were right. They're like, oh, you go through this. And I was like, I will never forget how bad that feels. But I forgot. But I know it hurts because honestly don't want to do this again.
No. Oh.
Okay, that's enough. Don't look like that no more. Kiss that body goodbye. But anyways, it's time to go home. So John drove us home. How'd that feel?
Oh, fuck. Shoot. That was a nervous wreck. I had this like feeling inside that maybe Drifter wasn't strapped in properly.
Yep.
And every little thing, like every single car going home is dark. I'll never forget it was dark. Yeah, every single headlight.
We left at like 7 that night.
Yeah, it was like, and it was dark here. Every single headlight, you just look like, I don't know,
I sat in the back with him, obviously, because I was going to do that.
It was very nerve-wracking.
I was scared.
Did not like the drive.
But we got home, and Kim was here with the boys, and she decorated everything to welcome Drifter home. We introduced the dogs to Drifter, and they did really well. What did you think?
Oh, yeah.
They did good.
They didn't want nothing to do with Drifter.
Yeah, they didn't really care for
They didn't care. They weren't.
They did good.
They weren't mean. They weren't nice. They just
here. There you go.
Didn't care. Didn't care.
You don't know what to do with your hands. Anyway, that's okay.
Probably the last person should pick your video. And there's kids' toys everywhere. So when you guys have children, be ready. If we could show you the rest of this living room.
Oh, you don't want to see the rest of this living room. And I always said, I'm going to keep my living room clean all the time.
It's
clean. I don't want, it's clean, but there's kid stuff everywhere. Because I thought.
Cluttered.
Yeah, well, I thought.
What do you do with it?
Yeah, I mean, I thought I wanted to just keep it away in his room. You can't, because you can't stay in his room all day. You got to clean and stuff. Anyways, we'll get to that in just a second.
You live in the living room.
Yeah, I mean, living room.
Yeah, so why would you put all the shit or stuff? Sorry, guys. Stuff.
If you know John, you know he has a mouth, so it's just.
But you don't know me, but I got a mouth. Sexy.
Anyway, let's move on. So we made it home, and I had a little setup. You want to make sure you have a little setup in your bedroom where you sleep. If you choose, I don't know the options, but I know we had a cradle for Drifter because my dad got my cradle redone because it was mine at the time, and then my dad had it redone for Drifter.
Can you get up real quick?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Come back.
Okay.
Will you get me a water?
You want brownie?
I want a water.
Brownie.
No, water, John. Please, water. I'm dying of thirst. Anyway, so my dad had it I don't know, like I don't know what to, just redone it. So my dad brought it over, and we put it right beside my side of the bed. And Drifter's been sleeping in that, and he still sleeps in that. Sometimes, well, we'll get to that. I just get ahead of myself sometimes. So we had that set up, and then I had my pumping station. I want to call it my station set up. John also brought the recliner into the bedroom so I could watch TV in there, because I didn't live in the living room. I didn't want to get out of bed, honestly, because I hurt so bad down there, and I had to go just from the bedroom to the bathroom because they're close to each other. I did not want to leave the bed because I hurt so bad. I mean, they tell you to take these pads home. Get the pads. Get as much as you can. John actually asked for a bunch of the underwear that they give you at the hospital, the diaper underwear.
Tucks.
Yes. I can't explain how much you need those. You need those because, oh my gosh, it hurts. And I don't care what anyone says. Oh, it doesn't hurt, childbirth is so beautiful. You get past all that. No. For the first, I'll say this. It took me 3.5 months to be completely healed. They kept telling me 2 weeks. Just give it 2 weeks. 2 more weeks. No. 2 weeks is nothing. I don't know why 2 weeks is the thing that they tell you, but it's not 2 weeks. It's longer than that. And, so John, as soon as we got home, John went to the pharmacy. He picked up my prescriptions, and he got me Tucks. He got me more pads because I wanted the thick pads. But if you go to St. Mary's, I don't know Cabell, but at St. Mary's, I asked for a lot of those, the mesh underwear to go, the disposable underwear. They come 2 pair in a pack. Those were amazing. Like, I wish we could have taken more, but we didn't. But they were great. But John was actually in CVS. You want to tell him your experience with new dad? Thank you. Oh, Uncle.
What?
Your experience in CVS. Getting all my stuff that I needed.
What? Oh, when I was buying this stuff?
Mm-hmm.
And that guy knew?
Well, tell him.
Tell him what?
That experience.
Oh, I bought the Tucks. What am I, like Preparation H or something?
Hydrocortisone.
Hydrocortisone.
I think.
Anyways, I set all the stuff up on the counter, and this guy looked at me and was like, "Did you just have a baby?" Sorry, I just made brownies. I ate
They were
one.
so good.
So good.
Okay.
Anyways, we're on a diet.
Weight Watchers.
Yeah, brownies are good for you.
It's a treat. Okay, go ahead.
Anyway, basically, the guy just knew I had a kid. It's cool.
So, husbands out there, you just watched your wife, girlfriend, friend, whatever. You just watched
One I assume.
whatever. No judgment, John. Oh my God.
I'm
You're so
sorry.
gross.
I'm sorry. I got gas. I'm sorry, I'm gassy.
That's normal, I guess. But no judgment here, so don't judge this right here.
She married me.
I knew what I was getting into before I married him. Okay. So no judgment, but you just watched your lady go through everything. You just watched all that down there. And if you can't go to CVS or wherever, Walmart, Target, I don't care where you go, whatever you have around your house. But if you don't go there and get her pads and Tucks.
I buy her tampons. So what's up?
That's what you do. If you can't do that, then you need to man up. Man up.
That's right.
Because that's just not fair. She just went through so much for you and your baby and herself, for her family. Pushed out a baby or C-section, whatever happened. She still went through a lot. And if you can't go do that for her, then you are nothing. You need to man up. Put all that past you.
I'm telling you guys, it's cliche. Having a baby changes you.
It does.
It does.
For the better.
Your
priorities completely change.
And you don't know the capability of how do I want to say that? You don't realize how much you can love something until you have a child.
And And they tell you that before you have kids.
It's like I love you. I love my wife. But nothing on this earth will ever compare to my child. Ever.
You would do anything for that kid. Anything.
5 months old. And the kid from day one. From the day that I found out she was pregnant, he stole my heart. The day that he was born, he stole my heart even more. Like, it's just...
We've discussed this, that we are not each other's number one.
It chokes me up thinking about it. Like, I was a wreck during childbirth. They told me,
you can watch the video. It's very emotional if you haven't seen it already.
It was weird. It reminded me of a skit on Saturday Night Live. Like, they moved the scenes around because they come in, check their dilation, and they're like, okay, well, who's going to be in the room with you? We told them. Okay. They said, okay, tell them we're ready. And as soon as they said that, they started moving everything the fuck around, right?
Yep.
I mean, they moved the bed. Like, this bed, this bed that she was in, the bottom half where her ass sits dropped down, right? And her legs went straight up in the air. They moved these tables around. And it was just like, go time.
Go
Fucking
time.
Nuts.
Tears fall.
I
was ready. He was a mess.
I turned to mush.
But it was beautiful. It was so sweet to know that this tough guy right here.
I'm not tough.
He looks it.
Sexy.
We'll say that too. But he just melted because, it was just so sweet. It's so sweet to see your man melt like that because it's like he's so vulnerable.
Yeah, but if
and
you
he
guys
just lets his guard down.
If you see our child, you would understand.
Like, we would show you, but he's asleep right now. When we got home, I kept waking up like sweating, like just pouring sweat, and
never mind the fact she keeps this house like 100. Like right now, let me tell you, I am like sweating.
Okay, that's beside the point.
She keeps the house 110 degrees.
Watch your mouth.
110 degrees.
Anyways, that's not the point. The point is, I was sweating, even though it would be like 65, because it was still summertime when Drifter was born. It was the end of August. And it was still hot outside. It was still hot up until September, but we had the air conditioner on and everything, but I would still be sweating, and I didn't know why. But I read somewhere, or I looked up, which we thought it was withdrawal, which not saying that like I was craving drugs, but in the hospital, you have the epidural, they push something in there, all that medicine, and then they gave me Percocet, and then after I was out, this is after 10 days had gone by, because she only prescribed me 10 Percocet. But after all that goes by, we thought, well, I'm just my body's going through withdrawal because I had all this medicine and now I don't have any. But I had been taking ibuprofen. Was it ibuprofen or Motrin?
Are they the same?
I'm just trying to think of what they gave me, what they prescribed. But anyway, I was still taking that, so I thought, well, I don't know. But I guess it's just hormones and being a new mom, because that was something new for me. Because I'd wash my hair, because they say you can't take a shower after you have a kid. You can take a shower, because the newborns usually sleep all the time. That's all they do is sleep. Sleep, poop, and eat. That's it. And I feel like, John would watch the baby while I take a shower. He took a week off after Drifter was born to help me out. He cleaned the house. He took care of me, made sure I ate. He helped me, like, even in the hospital, husbands, boyfriends, whatever you are, help her to the bathroom, because once they took that catheter out and I could go pee on my own, I couldn't really walk to the bathroom by myself, because you have the epidural and then all that leaves and then you get your feeling back in your legs. But to walk to the bathroom is like a big ordeal, because you have all these wires still hooked up to you. I had an IV. They put the IV right here in my arm, which was in a really awkward place. But
having a baby, it's kind of...
You keep going off.
Okay.
You promised.
Okay.
So yeah, guys, just help out your ladies, because it's hard to go to the bathroom on your own, and it hurts. And you bleed for days, for months. I bled for 3.5 months, and It was awful. But they say that you forget everything. What? You're watching Remy.
She looked like Elvis.
Elvis.
Elvis Presley.
Yeah, I don't know how.
She went like this.
Oh, okay. Anyways. But yeah, it changes your life, but for the better.
She's been real hateful today.
Hormones.
All day. She's been so hateful. But look at this face. You can't help but love her.
That's right.
You know she's been a hateful dickhead or butthead.
I can't edit all the cuss words you say out of this.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
Anyway, we've been talking for 30 minutes.
This is why she keeps me out of her videos. One.
Well, he's actually really funny and charming at times, but he's had one too many cocktails tonight, so.
I don't know. Guys, there's guys that watch us or wives. Guys need to be supportive. 100%. Like.
I couldn't have done it without him.
Because she sacrificed everything. Everything she was. Everything she is. I mean, she gave up so much for his family. I didn't
mind.
You know, I didn't have to do anything. You know, I still wake up. I go to work Monday through Friday. I support her. I support Drifter.
He works for us, and he actually let me take a year off with Drifter, which was amazing because I didn't want to miss any firsts. So I always thank him for that all the time.
And I know, I feel like, well, with her, I can't speak for all women, but I know with like her image, her body is a, you know, it's a big ordeal. But I think she looks great, but in her mind, it's like she gave up her body. She looks amazing, and you do.
Thank you.
But I feel like she don't get enough credit, and I try to give her enough credit, but it's not there. You know, I think in the back of her head, like, she's just like, she doesn't know. But women, you guys, I've heard it all my life. My dad's always told me, he's always told me, he said, you know, you'll never know what your mom has given up,
or what she's gone through,
or what she has gone through to bring you into this world. And jokes. But you know, watching Drifter being born, it's just good stuff.
It changed your life. It really does. And it does, you know, like, and then you wonder, where has this baby been all my life? Like, you're just like, I love my life now, and I would never want to go back to what it was. Who I was then doesn't exist anymore. To me, it never happened. Like, this is now. This is our family, and this is what we want.
It changes you.
It does. And your mindset, like, the way I dress, the way I thought, I guess I'm more mature now. I'm not saying, this is our experience. This is not what happens to everybody.
No,
or,
absolutely not.
You know, there's just some advice and like what we've gone through.
We wanted this. We tried for this.
We tried to have Drifter.
You know, and people will disagree 100%. I'm not the most spiritual person at all.
And I do believe in God.
She does. We have a happy marriage, except for when she's being hateful like she has been today.
But that's marriage. That's what it's supposed to be.
But
when it all comes down to it, Drifter is our number one.
Number one.
He's the number one.
She's my number two.
He's my number two.
And that guy over
Drifter's
there is my number one, 100%. Men, respect your women. They give up so much more than you will ever.
We have sleepless nights. Like, he wakes up in the middle of the night and is like, do you need any help? Every single time Drifter wakes up, I'm like, no, babe, I got this. And he goes back to sleep. But if I did need him, I wouldn't have to ask because he's always like, hey, what do you need? I got this. What? Let me get up.
Don't let her fool you, though. I may be cranky sometimes.
Yeah.
But
he does offer.
The offer is still there. I 100% don't get it twisted. There are the times I'm like, do you need help? Please say no. Please. And if she's never said yes, but I'm waiting for that time she does say yes to her, I could be like, fuck. Okay. The one out of like a million times. So.
But yeah. So, and moms, don't be afraid to ask your husband for help or your boyfriend, whatever.
Do it.
Your partner.
Hey, you guys are both in this together.
Yeah, you got in this predicament together.
Like it's
ask
not
for help.
It's not 50-50. This is 100%.
Yeah.
Full circle.
Exactly.
Like this takes everybody.
The only thing John can't do is breastfeed Drifter. So when Drifter's hungry, I have to do it.
Which every time he cries, I swear to God, I'm like, he must be hungry here.
And I could just feed him like 10 minutes ago. But he'll still eat again. Sometimes he snacks and doesn't eat like a full feeding. He'll just snack a little bit and then want to play, and then 10 minutes later he'll eat again. He cluster feeds sometimes. I don't know. I'm still learning that part. I can't say what it really is because I'm still a new mom, so I'm still learning things as I go. But yeah, be there for each other. Don't get discouraged. Don't get mad at each other because that just only creates stress and hostility, and you don't want that. Just take a deep breath.
Yo, your kids pick up on it. They do.
And then it just makes them upset even more because you're upset. I know I have raised my voice a couple times because I have been crazy, and hormones are just they're for real. Hormones are for real. They're real.
She's been a butthead today.
But he loves me because he understands. But don't get discouraged if your baby is like crying all the time, which we were lucky that Drifter wasn't like that. But just know you're doing a great job, moms. You're doing a great job. Dads, you're doing a great job. Partners, whatever. You're doing a great job. Just support each other. So I support him. He supports me being a mother and waking up in the middle of the night, staying home with Drifter, changing diapers, doing things. I'm taking care of the household. But I support him in working his butt off to make sure that we have everything we need. I support him and appreciate him. And it goes both ways. He is an amazing dad. He's an amazing dad. He takes care of Drifter. If I ask one thing, hey, do you care to do this? He's like, no, I got it. Or here, let me change this diaper. Like, he jumps in. I don't even have to ask because that's what you do. That's what parents do. Or so that's what we think. Anyways, that's what we believe.
That's how we feel.
That's how we feel.
May not necessarily be how it is, but
it's just how we are.
I love being a dad.
I love being a mother.
I love it.
Being a mommy is just, it's like this exclusive club
yeah.
that you're in now. Like, hey, I'm a mom, I can do these things now. Like going to like a play place or something. Over the summer, not this past summer, but the summer before, we went to Myrtle Beach with my family, and we went to that Waterworks place. It's for families, but mainly it's directed towards children. And we're late 20s, and we're like, oh, this is so cool. We were probably the only people in there that didn't have kids, and we were probably the youngest adults, I guess you could say. And we were there for ourselves. But now that we have a baby, we can be like, oh, cool, we get to show Drifter all these cool things and new things, and it's exciting. So we haven't got to do anything like that yet because he's still a little bit younger, and summer's coming up, and we're going to the beach. But
July. First week of July.
I mean, Drifter's first vacation. He'll almost be 1. He'll be 11 months. But anyways, we'll
some sand between them butt cheeks.
But we'll try to update with what's going on. So, but right now, I just want to make this like a informative / our experience / just an encouraging video for people that just want to hear, it's a little story time, and to hear that you're going to be okay. It's tough and difficult, but we promise. You can read all the stuff on Google. You can read the stuff on these different pregnancy apps and all that. But until you experience it, you'll know. it'll just come to you. You will know. But if y'all have any questions, you can ask us. If you know, any questions about us, any questions about Drifter, any questions about our experience.
Now, for any ladies that may be watching this, I am happily married.
Mm-hmm.
So, don't get any ideas.
Don't even try.
I'm not interested. Don't ask if I am.
Sorry, ladies, he's mine. You're going to have to find your own dad for your baby or your own husband.
So, you know.
But, like I said, we'll try to update and get everything going about Drifter. Or try to get more videos up. If you like John in my videos, thumbs up. Thumbs up are great. We appreciate thumbs ups. Thumbs ups.
I don't.
Thumb ups.
Let me tell you though, I don't do videos. This was because she's been asking me.
It's been quite a while.
Yeah, so I don't do videos. This will probably be the last one I ever do, so it don't matter.
Yes, it does matter because I can get him. I can con him into doing some things. We'll just leave it there. We'll leave it there.
Oh, you guys, if you only knew.
Anyway,
use your imagination.
Thank you guys for watching. If, like I said, I hope this video helped or just entertained you. But if you like it and if you want more, just let us know and I'll get this one in here with me. But thank you guys.
Here's more
for watching.
toys.